Hey, today I wanted to show you how to create scrolling testimonials in Squarespace. So I'm here in my idle template for authors, and this is a scrolling testimonial section. Now, if you are familiar with Squarespace from back in the day in 7.0, the version before this version of Squarespace, we had to create blog posts and put them in a summary block and do all kinds of magic to make this happen. So it's really exciting that we can just do this on our own today. So I wanted to walk through how this works. So we're going to go to pages. I'm going to just go ahead and create a demo page for us here. I'm going to start with a blank page. And here we'll go ahead and add that first section. So I'll click edit and add a section. Now, if you are in the midst of a page with lots of sections, you'll have the option to add a section between the ones that are there. And I want to go ahead and go to testimonials here on the left. This is going to save us a little bit of time. And this is the version that I want us to use. So you can see some of these have a little eye. When you roll over that information panel, you'll see it says these sections let you quickly add content items and switch between layouts without having to manually rearrange them. And these are all the ones with the eye here, these are all what are called auto layout list sections. And we can do this in a lot of different ways. This one is one testimonial at a time. This is one that has multiple testimonials at once with a little headshot. This is the same. So let's go ahead and start with this one, and then I'll show you the other ones before we wrap up. All right, I've added the templated section, and now I go into edit content, click on the content button, and it looks like there are 4 items for us right now. So we're going to write our, how about not all in caps and spelled correctly? Write your first testimonial here. It can be 1 to 2 sentences for best effect. And then we're going to put the quote source down below. So this will be Christy Price. And let's go back. And then you can do that for each of the other ones as well. So you're going to enter in your title and your quote source. Now, something that I like to do is actually put quotes around these so you can tell that it's a testimonial. If you want to do that, you can. And there we go. So let's go ahead and hit save and exit. And now we can just tab through. Super easy, right? And there are other layouts as well. So if you go in here to edit content, you can go to the design tab, and this one is called a banner slideshow. Now there's also a carousel, and it can look a lot of different ways. There is a simple list. That's just for if you want things in a nice grid. A banner slideshow, or a carousel. Now each of those has styling options underneath that depend on what you're doing. So if you set up the styling for one, it won't carry over to the other. So you can play around with these stylings, but honestly, the easiest way to do this is start with something that's close. So if we go back here and we start with this one, you can see that we have the arrows here, and this one has a headshot, a testimonial, and a card background, and a title. So let's hop into edit content. You can see title here is turned on, so you could turn that off if you wanted. You can also add a button at the bottom if you wanted to take them to another page after they read this. It's showing title and body, but I don't think these have, they just have a title. So let's go ahead and write a description, which is what body was referring to. So this is friend 1. So you could add that underneath here. And again, this one is the carousel, so it's a little bit different than the one we were using. This is nice if you want to have more than one testimonial displaying at a time. And finally, let's go ahead and add in another one and just see how it works. So here is another layout for the testimonials. This one has the arrows at the bottom. That's a styling decision you can make under the design tab as well. So we can see this one has the title, it has the image, title, and body, it has the content. This one has the image here, title, description, and let me show you where you can adjust where those arrows go. So if we go into style, You can choose if you want arrows or no navigation, which would be very sad because then you couldn't get to the other ones. You can choose if you want them centered or at the bottom, and you can choose to have them left, right, or centered. Anyway, like I said, lots of styling options under style and size and space. So when you get in here and start playing around, you can see all kinds of things that you can do. So one other thing I'll show you really quickly is that for anything that has 3 dots here, if you click that, it's going to give you options underneath. So we can actually align things differently. If we go into size and space, you can see that some of these are already expanded, but space between slides, vertical padding. Play around with them, see what you can make, and enjoy. I hope this was helpful, and I wish you all the best with your website.